Let us take our attention to Delta State, where kidnappers, Fulani Militias are already falling into a trap. Of course, there's a video I will allow you watch where kidnappers who already collected a ransom of 4 million ended up in police nets. And again, there's this narrative that most of the kidnapping activities is being done by Southerners, and it's part of the reason I'm bringing this video. Thereafter, I will equally play another video involving a Southerner who was involved in this type of crime, and he was apprehended by the local. The point I'm making here is it is high time we address this issue before our people in the southern part of the country take it as a way of life. Of course, once it gets to that level, it becomes an ideology issue to deal with. But first of all, watch this video. I'll come back to bring the other conversation.
And this is Delta State Police Command. The lady friend once said that in Delta State, our policemen don't do because we do our due diligence when it comes to stop and search. This woody gun you see was part of what was used to kidnap the lady, where 4 million naira ransom was collected, having spent 4 days with them in their custody. Having collected this ransom, shared it among themselves. The balance of 3 million naira that will be shared among these 4 suspects, we intercepted them in the course of stop and search, and when they were searched, we recovered this money from them, and investigation further revealed that they were the ones who kidnapped the lady that we'll be hearing from shortly. Auntie, you recognize this gun?
Yes, sir.
Was this part of what they used when they come carry you that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they came into your compound or they saw you along the road?
They came into my compound.
I'm seeing injury on your forehead. Were they the one that gave you that injury?
Yes, sir.
Was it that they give you that injury?
One long wood that they used to flog cows.
That they used to flog cows. These people wey hold you, what do they look like?
They identified as Fulanis that escort cows. One of them said he used to be a Boko Haram member.
That was what he said?
Yes.
Okay, we just did what we call identification parade, and you identified some of the suspects. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
How many of them did you identify?
4.
4. How many people the display give you when you picked that 4?
There were about 6 or 8.
Okay. I think there are about 8, because I also witnessed that. Because what we do is that we'll be very sure that she knows what she's saying. We'll miss these suspects alongside other suspects. So how many days did they keep you in their captivity?
3 nights.
3 nights. Okay, so after una give, how much they collected from una?
4 million naira.
4 million naira. Okay, so having collected this money, that was when they allowed her to go. We'll be interviewing some of the suspects because not all of them can speak English fluently, but we want to interview one of them so that we can also hear from them. Oh yeah, turn your back. You know this one? What is this?
Na Iche.
Huh?
Iche.
What do you call her?
Iche.
Iche? Okay, now na carry go carry the girl that day. Okay, how much una carry that day? How much una collect before una release the girl? How much money una collect?
No, how much you go collect? Na 4 million.
4 million. Okay. Now some of the money be this?
Yes.
Yes or no? Now some of the money be this?
Yes, no. Yes, no money, na small money.
Now the small money will remain be this? Okay, bar English.
Bar English, yes.
Okay, no problem. You are from where? Where you come from?
Na Yobe State.
Yobe State?
Yes.
Okay. You are from where? Taraba. You are from where?
Taraba.
You? Kano. Okay. So your second concern na 4 million una collect. Okay, you buy English at all. Okay. How much una collect?
Na 4 million.
4 million?
Yes.
How much remain when how they take cash una?
Na for motor for checking point.
For checking point?
Yes.
Okay. When they search the motor, now they see the money?
Yes.
Okay, this thing when I carry for hand, is join the one I use?
Now this one I use.
Oh, now you they use this one?
No, be me na that one.
Okay, the other one how you they use? Who they use this one?
She know there, she don't
Okay,
know.
okay, that one no dey. Okay. You are from Taraba.
You know, Tarabo.
You Taraba. You Kano. You where?
Yobe State.
Yobe State. So please, the police cannot do anything without information. Trust us. Because the earlier we take some of these criminal elements who are terrorizing us, making life difficult for people who are living well, living legally, and making a meaningful life, and they just come kidnap and collect money, the earlier we get them arrested, the better. These are part of the ransom money collected. We have 3,100,000 and something naira here, and this is one of the arms recovered when the police were actually combing the bush. And from the interview, you saw that they all identified this wooden weapon. Even the victim also identified this weapon. So when you see police conducting stop and search, don't think that they are mad people. Don't think that they don't know what they are doing. They know what they are doing, and they are acting based on past experience. Thank you.
I haven't watched video, and you realize that actually all the names mentioned are from the northern part of the country. You can clearly hear some of them saying that from Kano, from Kebbi, from different part of the country. Though the point here is crime is in every part of the world. There's no argument about that. But the point I'm making is, if you watch the second video I'm going to drop now, you have a sense of what I'm trying to discuss. Because definitely, if we allow this thing to fester without addressing it, it will get a point where people in the South will embrace it and see it as a way of life. Because, to be quite honest with you, looking at this chunk of money these people are collecting, it may become lucrative and enticing to people in the southern part of the country. That is why all hands must be on deck to ensure that this issue is addressed and it is nipped in the bud, so that we don't have a situation where it becomes like the problem of Boko Haram in the north. As we have it in the north currently, people signing to insurgency because they are seeing that people who are doing it are making living out of it. But first of all, watch this video. I will come back to bring a proper perspective to this.
Wait, we go ask a question. Wait, listen. Wait. Where you for come? From your state. I hear say on a now true say on a kill people, on a kidnap person yesterday on a go kill him. How many people on a kill? Now one person on a kill. Now woman, now girl be a boy. Now woman. Wait till make on a kill him. He not pay money.
Now all my brothers
you are gonna collect money and I can't see kill him. On a collect money and I can't see kill him. Who the sponsor on? Who bring on a come aboard? Who carry on a come aboard?
Yoruba people.
Now Yoruba people carry them.
What is the name? The name of the.
What if this way you hold for hand? Wait for. I mean, I want disappear.
No. Na boy wey be say they give me to chop. No. Why do you forgive him?
What is the name of the Yoruba man? What if I tell you look at that? Alpha. No, him on a cat.
No, we see for now. We see now.
For what for catch? What for Sam? Which bush? Okay, now they did that
He say that kill 4, therefore say they kill 1 yesterday. Even they fuck person wife this morning.
Why not go cut his leg first? Why not?
Wait. On a fuck person wife this morning. Yes. Talk now.
Yes, sir.
Where your people? Where are they? Talk at both the way. See, on I go carry this guy, when I go recover the rest.
No, sure.
When I recover the rest, you guys are doing a line job. Yes, you guys are doing a line job. Make I not release this guy, yo. Vigilant. Make I not release this guy, yo.
Okay, now the analogy I want to draw from here is very simple. We understand that in the north, just like the governor of Zamfara State said recently, that those people, those bandits who operate in his state, he said they are people from the state. It's not as if you have foreigners who are imported from somewhere. He acknowledged that these are people from the state. So it's going to show that at a point, the people started embracing it, and they now completely see it as a way of life. Hence, the government was not able to deal with it at the point of when it started coming up. So that is why this issue of insurgency, this issue of banditry, kidnapping, there's every need for every stakeholder in the southern part of the country to come together to fashion a way out of this. I know the communities at their various levels are doing a great job looking at the news making round, how the communities will come together, maybe comb bushes, go for rescue mission and all that. In another conversation, I'm going to bring a narrative of a vigilante in Delta State, how they coordinated a rescue mission, for you to have a sense of what I'm saying. But going forward, I think there's every need to address this as quickly as possible, because the earlier it's addressed, the better for the society. We already have a very precarious situation in the north, because as we have it currently, issue of banditry have taken root, its root in a place like Zamfara, in a place like Taraba, in a place like Southern Kaduna, in a place like Benue. So it is not a thing we should allow to gain ground in the south, in as much as the government is trying to see what they can do to address it in those areas where it has taken root. If you can imagine the situation where in the north, a bandit leader, talking about Ado Aleru, was bold enough to confront state governments to have meeting with them, you should know that they now operate with impunity. In some time, 2, 3, 4 years ago, we understand that in some part of in some part of Kaduna State, they were already imposing taxes on communities. And if you look at what the likes of Tojibelo is doing in Zamfara State, it's worrisome. A situation where, even though the military have said they have neutralized his field commander, who doubles as his cousin, and of course I understand that the Tojibelo himself is suing for peace currently, but I think the authorities need to act fast. If we need to be arrested, if they need to arrest him, they should arrest him and prosecute him to act as deterrence to others. If they need to neutralize him in the theater of operation, however, whichever one comes first, the people need to heave a sigh of relief. Because this type of character, this type of element, of course, is not worthy to be in the society, because these are people who do not have any iota of mercy on people. We see the dexterity with which they maim, kill, rape, and all that. We have seen even the video that surfaced from Zamfara State, where initially they claimed that it was a younger brother, a sibling of the Zamfara State governor, though the Zamfara State government have come out to say no, he is not. But however, this is a Nigerian, a Zamfara State citizen, indigene, who need the protection of the government. So the government must, as a matter of urgency and necessity, see to his rescue so that he can be reunited with his family. But meanwhile, let me allow you to listen to our conversation with the public on the street. Hello, good evening, SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. If you are new to the channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Mr. James the Waymaker, as a political pundit who knows the Nigerian political landscape, who follow the Nigerian polity, let us look at what happened yesterday, sequel to the coalition seeking to unseat Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu as the president of Nigeria come 2027. In that meeting, where they have decided to use the African Democratic Congress, ADC, as a vehicle to take over the government from Tinubu, we saw the likes of Atiku, the likes of El-Rufai, the likes of Rotimi Amechi, Malami, Babachi Lawa, that is former secretary to the federal government, and someone from Southeast, Bitobi. But the contention here is, some are saying, let Obi fly the flag. Some are saying, whoever fly the flag, the ultimate thing is to have another government in place. Some are saying, Atiku, we cannot give our destiny into the hand of another Fulani man. Let me get your view holistically, generally.
Thank you for having me this morning. Honestly, I think we are hearing now that Wike is in coma, the land grabber in Abuja right now, because he did not believe what he saw yesterday. What happened in Abuja? Even we heard that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is on his way back to Nigeria, because you know that there is fire in the mountain. Maybe probably they thought by collapsing PDP, collapsing Labour Party, that is the end of it all. But yesterday, politicians who has came in their various places has come to prove Wike and Bola Ahmed Tinubu wrong yesterday. That Nigeria is not for Wike and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is the same way they push Jonathan aside in 2015, they can also do it. But however, I'm not pleased with that coalition that is going on, because coalition is not the problem to Nigeria problem. As we speak, if you look at yesterday, the same set of people who galvanized for Buhari to came in 2015 yesterday, I also see the same set of people over there who have looked at Nigeria, have tried Nigeria. Yesterday they are there, they are not there for you and I. They are not there for the masses. They are there for their own self, because they knew that they cannot get the national cake from Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime. So they are ganging up. The criminals are ganging up to get their own national cake. Is that what we want as Nigeria? That's not what we want. What we want now is every Nigerian to voice out, we need regional government in this country. Because I don't see anybody do it different. Even this ADC that they are coming, that they are sent now, they cannot do anything different. The same Dino Milaye, who claimed to Nigeria in 2015 that Jonathan is this, APC is the Messiah. Today is the same Dino Milaye that is telling you that ADC is the Messiah. It's just like somebody you cannot. I don't even know how to explain, but the fact remains that these people have nothing to give us. Nigeria now to channel their energy to seek for regional government. Nevertheless, we know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not ready to give Nigeria a regional government. That's why I'm supporting of the coalition to push them out. If we push them out, the coalition successfully push Bola Ahmed Tinubu out, let Nigeria put pressure on them and give us regional government. Without regional government, I tell you, Nigeria is heading to nowhere. They say when two elephants fight, it is the ground that suffer it. And you can see that the fight between these two gladiators, the one that are ruling and the one that are not ruling, you can see that it is the masses that is suffering it now. So I urge the masses, even as we stay focused to push Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Wike, who claim that they hold this country now, put them aside. We should also focus on how to channel these people, pressurize them to give us regional government. Anyone that is not support of regional government or division of this country is an enemy of Nigeria. As we speak today, one Nigeria is consuming Nigeria. One Nigeria is killing Nigeria. That's why good luck Jonathan in 2014 called for that conference. That Nigerians, irrespective of where you are from, come, let's sit and renegotiate if really we want this one Nigeria. But the same set of people, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the rest of them, they water that man down, that what the man is doing is wrong. But today you can see it. I told you time without number that these politicians, they are there for their selfish interest. In 2015, before APC came in, they told us that they know the problem of Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu told us and Buhari that the problem of Nigeria is a restructure. That the moment they come, they will restructure Nigeria, and they believe that half of Nigeria problem will be solved. As we speak to you, 8 years of Bola Ahmed Buhari did not talk about restructure because he was busy misusing the power at his disposal. The same thing Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing now. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not ready for the structure because he's misusing the power that is available to him. That's why he can wake up, have problem with his wife, and go and remove Fubara as a city governor who is allied there. Have you not heard that over 30 billion were set aside for ICTV cameras in River State? The CCTV camera, is it the ghost that is going to capture a human being? It's to tell you how criminal this set of people are. And that's why when we commit our future into this set of people, these people will lead us into a wrong place. They are blind. They cannot see.
Okay, let me go ask you this question. What do you make of the opinion of those, particularly from the southeastern part of the country, that is the Igbo speaking part, who say, except you give Obi the ticket of that coalition, that they are not going to support the coalition? Let me take it from
the fact remains that average Igbo now, they are not interested in Nigeria president. All they want is they want to exit from Nigeria. Because these are Igbos. That's why the Bible classified. It said the 3 wise men, they went to visit Jesus. The Bible did not do mistake. These Igbos have thought the future of Nigeria many years ago. And that's why Ojukwu told Gowon, let's restructure Nigeria. But Gowon, in his own wisdom, he was allowed the preaching to brainwash him. And Gowon did not listen to Ojukwu. What Ojukwu forecast many years ago, was it not what is happening to Nigeria now? So as I tell you, average Igbo man does not want Nigeria. That they are not interested in the presidency. All they want is the sovereignty of Biafra. Because if you put Peter Obi there now, Fulani man will still get Peter Obi. Fulani man will not allow Peter Obi to function. The same way Bola Ahmed Tinubu is being held ransom. Just imagine the audacity RFI will tell you that I make Bola Ahmed Tinubu president. It's on the public domain. RFI is saying it. So if such a man out of 200 something million, you have the audacity to tell Nigeria, I make Bola Ahmed Tinubu president. Just imagine. If Obi now become president, imagine what they will do. Let me tell you, viewers all over the world, if peradventure Obi become president of Nigeria, Obi will not spend 4 years as the president of Nigeria. Obi will be impeached. This is the reason Obi will be impeached. Obi will be impeached in the sense that if Obi become president of Nigeria today, Obi will want to focus on how to change the masses' life. Obi will want to focus to reduce this excess of politicians in Nigeria, and they will gang up against him, they will impeach him. The same thing that happened to him when he was a governor of Anambra State. So there is, I believe that every Igbo man that is watching my video, they will not put their energy in this election, because they should be championing for regional government as an Igbo man, or you go for divisions. If you bring anybody, whether Igbo man to rule Nigeria, it does not have a solution to Nigeria problem.
But let me even take you on this. There's another group of thoughts who will tell you that whether an Obi, whether an Atiku, that all they want is the people out of office. And the people who belong to this category say even if an Obi need to deputize an Atiku, they don't have issue with it. What is your opinion about that?
No, the fact remains that is the reason I'm telling you that many people will not be interested in this. If you tell push Obi to be vice for Atiku, does it mean that Igbos are not good to rule? Sir, I don't think I'm still a little kid when Atiku has started contesting as the president of this country. What is it bad for Atiku to give up on this presidency? What is he pursuing? If Atiku succeed Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku cannot do anything different than what Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing now. So there's no need for that. Why will Obi go and, if Obi cannot get the ticket, Obi should not deputize Atiku. Obi should stay neutral. Because I'm afraid if Obi go and deputize Atiku, all the Igbos in Lagos, they are in trouble. Because it's going to be a war between it's going to be an ethnic clash. It's going to be the politicians, they will jam the Yorubas and the Igbo head together. The politicians, they will tell you, but over there, they know how to click to share the money. But when it comes to the street, they will jam our head together. So for me, if Obi cannot get the ticket, it's not worth dying for. Obi should just step aside. He should not deputize Atiku Abubakar.
Okay, finally on this, there are some other people who tell you that a Tinubu need to complete 8 years. And if at all for any reason, a Tinubu is living there, that a Southerner need to complete the other 4 years. Because there is a tacit agreement, not written anyway, and understanding that if the power stay in the north for 8 years, you need to stay in the south for 8 years. What is your message?
No, that one will not stand. One of the reasons I will have support Peter Obi that at least give chance to Igbo for Igbo to prove themselves. But as it is currently now, you can see it will be very difficult. I am not in the one that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a failure. He has failed. Give me any single reason why we will allow Bola Ahmed Tinubu to finish 8 years. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu finish 8 years, Nigeria will be dead and buried. 2 years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, look at our debt profile now, my brother. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu came, we shouted about Buhari government. How much was Buhari owing? Buhari did not remove subsidy during his time. Bola Ahmed Tinubu came, he removed subsidy. Education, he removed subsidy. The floater naira, but he's borrowing more than all the whole president we have ever had in Nigeria.
Okay, now let us take our attention to issue of Fulani activities. Talking about Fulani Militias, the essence of discussing it cannot be emphasized. Because every day we wake up to hear strange news, new development sequel to their activities. We have seen a situation where some men of God have prophesied, according to them, that the salvation of invasion of Southeast and South through Kogi, on side you are from Kogi, into the South and Southeast. We are going to be looking at that. Secondly, we are going to be looking at areas where Fulani vigilantes were able to successfully overpower Fulani militias, arrest them. But let us start from the area of the infiltration of Fulani into the south and southeast.
Thank you on this particular topic. This is the reason why I said what we need Nigeria is regional government or we go, because it is currently now Fulani all over Africa country, they have assembled in Nigeria. They want to grab Nigeria by all means. They are now telling you that they are more Nigeria than the Yorubas. They are more Nigeria than the Igbos. They are more Nigeria than anybody in Nigeria. And if you watch most of these Fulani, they are strangers. They came from Africa country to come and assemble in Nigeria to do their business. But as you speak today now, they claim that they own Nigeria. But if you look at it, what is happening in the southeast, the Fulani governors in the southeast are part of what is happening. Because you can see, how will you explain to me that somebody like Governor of Enugu will go and use according to reportedly say, I have not really verified the news, that he used a grandson of Usman Danfodio as an advisor, as an Imo governor, as Enugu governor. So you can see what is going on in the southeast, particularly now. Ever since Samuel Ekpa have been silent, you say Samuel Ekpa is the one causing atrocity, but the killing in the southeast now is more worse than when Samuel Ekpa is around. Is that to say that Samuel Ekpa was securing the southeast people? Is that what the governor of the southeast told me? So for me, the southeast governor should be called to order what is happening in the southeast. Then when you come to my region is somehow a complex region in the sense that religion has split us aside. There are part people who are Muslim, part of people are Christian. So it is very difficult for we to come together and agree in one accord to form one security outfit. And that's why you guys see that these Fulani men are easily come into our regions and commit havoc and go scot-free. But we can still do better. If we allow regional government to come, you can see even the middle belt, they will come down and do. Look at the case, what is happening in Kwara. They state now. The killing in Kwara. So for me, these are the reasons why I told you that Bola Ahmed Tinubu are fully. Because when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was coming in, Bola Ahmed Tinubu told Nigeria, I will be in charge of economy, and Shetima will be in charge of security. Look at it now in economy, Bola Ahmed Tinubu have phase 0. I cannot even score him 5 in economy.
Insecurity.
The insecurity now, they are telling you that that's why they want to remove Shetima. Shetima is the one controlling Boko Haram, according to them. That's why APC is selling now.
But Mr. James, let me take you on this area, because in the southern part of the country, there are some arguments from some persons that in most cases, the alleged activity of kidnappers is not linked to Fulani. But in a video, I think it happened in Delta, you can clearly see the police PRO parading some arrested kidnappers. Though their faces were not shown, but these are known names of persons from the north.
Yeah, the fact remains that what baffles me in this country, when a Fulani man commit havoc, they will tell you it's not Nigeria Fulani. Igbo man commit atrocity, or if anybody commit atrocity in the Igbo land, you say it's an Igbo man, it's an IPOP. You don't say, oh, maybe a criminal element who find his way to South. Why is it that when it comes to Fulani, they find a way to cover up for Fulani? Why is it that Sultan of Sokoto does not challenge this shenanigans character these Fulani men are doing all over the country? It's to tell you that there is an agenda. And the agenda is simple, that they are assembling themselves from Africa to come and hold Nigeria, that Nigeria is there for grab. So if you study the history of Fulani, you know that Fulani does not have a specific place where they have. They move from one place to another, they are intercatorial. But look at it now, they've discovered that Nigeria is a fertile land to conquer and to have. And that's why you are seeing them, all of them, they are coming one way or the other to make sure they grab Nigeria by all means. But that's why we are saying that the only solution to it now is let's go back to regional government, or we divide this country so that everybody can go on a peaceful way.
Let me take you on this area. In Africa, specifically in Delta State, you can clearly see vigilantes getting upper hand ahead of against the bandits, against Fulani Militias. According to the voice we heard in the course of the operation, they have to go into the bush around 2 a.m. in the night, and they stay all through, and at the end of the day, they succeeded in subduing, arresting the militias, and bringing them to the police station. Let me get your take on that.
That is just the simple. That's why I keep emphasizing it, that all these things still lie on regional government. If we go on regional government today, Nigeria will be the most peaceful country in Nigeria, because every region will stand up and do the needful. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is complicit to all these things that is happening, and that's why I say the man has failed woefully. Now that you are in power, the governors, the 36 governors have agreed for state policing. All the senators have agreed for state policing. But President Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidency, they are shying away from state policing because they know that their power will be weak. if they allow state policy, is to tell you that they have compromised in this issue of solving this insecurity. So for me, the answer you ask me, if you ask me 100 times, is regional government. When we have regional government, I will tell you, insecurity will be things of the past in Nigeria.
Now, conclusively, we see in some areas where some person will be arrested, particularly in the area that has to do with kidnapping. You hear some names that is Igbo. You hear some names that is South, Yoruba, and others. Does it mean they are learning this from the Fulani, or is what is inherent in their region?
No, the fact remains that there is hunger in the land, which have been caused by these politicians. They have emptied Nigeria. Nothing is going on in Nigeria now. These Fulani, we are calling Fulani. Fulani, these people, the indigenous people of where this kidnapping is happening, they will use Fulani. They are the one that is giving the Fulani information on how to kidnap. They are also making money from it. A lot of people have seen that it has now become a very good business to do. And you can see many Nigerians now are queuing into kidnapping because they have seen that our insecurity are not I don't know how I would like put it, they are not effective enough whereby they can go to anywhere these people kidnap people and they go. And the worst part of it that when you say a kidnap person, instead of you to do justice to him, you say you take him to police station, before you know somebody will call and they will release him. So he keeps giving other people motivation that they let them to go to and go and try. I believe that Nigeria government, the National Assembly should come up with a law where anybody that be catch into kidnapping, justice should be done to him.
I know someone like Erufai made it very clear that in his own ideology that the best treatment people should give to bandits is to send them to their creator, who are the power to join them. But our concern is against that. Our concern advocates for arresting, hand them over to the authorities for prosecution.
No, if you look at it, that's why I say the National Assembly need to revisit it. Let me take the case of armed robbers in Lagos here now. You see what is happening. Once they catch thief now, they take people to police station, they charge them to court. You see, they remand them in prison. After 6 months, they come back more stronger. It's to tell you that we need to do something drastic to cause more fear so that people will not go into this act. We need to revisit the constitutions and do the needful. Yes, we'll be getting more numbers that are going into this crime.
But can the needful be jungle justice?
Yes, if the case may be, if it is what will make people to stay away from all this issue, let it be given a result. It's happening in China, and China got result with it. So people feel that if you take them to police, give or take, they will use money to pay themselves, they will come out, and more people are going into it. So if you, even without doing it, jungle justice, if it is been in the law, that once you are being catched as a kidnapper, you will be died by hanging or you will be fired. I think it will create more fear on people. People will not go into it.
But jungle justice will lead to error in killing or disaliving a wrong person. Not to think even if you have a law that says capital punishment, let that person still go through the legal process. Let the court pronounce it.
It will not work because Nigeria judiciary too is corrupt. You will see people who are in higher authority who have level, they will maneuver it, they will have their way. It will not work. That's why I'm calling for regional government. When we go to regional government, all this thing will be sorted out. But one Nigeria like this is too big. Imagine Bola Ahmed Tinubu now, over 200 million people, he left Nigeria, go on his way.